Thank you so much. Thanks for the introduction. Hello, everyone. It's great to see you online and hopefully face to face soon enough. So I'm looking at the people who are connected, and I think we all know each other, but just in case, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Rocío Bonet, and I am an associate professor at IE Business School located in Madrid. I was checking this morning and I was like, okay, so what's my official title here? And I am the chairperson, which made me feel very important and then also made me want to talk to the dean to see whether I get a salary increase. So I haven't done that yet, but I'll tell you, I'll keep you updated on that. So the meeting of today really is the business meeting, and our plan here is to do like a brief overview of what the conference program is going to look like. We're also going to be announcing the papers that are nominated for awards. We're also going to be having some updates on on all the activities that have been organized by the representative at large. And then this is basically it. So the SMS office actually asked us to keep the time tight, and we were already kind of planning on doing that. But of course, if you want to extend the conversation and talk more, we will try to talk very fast. I'm very good at doing that, given that I am from Spain. But then, feel free to, of course, interrupt or, say whatever you want at any point. So let me just start with a reflection, right? So I was thinking about given that I have to do the welcome and the words at the very beginning, I was thinking, so what does this group mean to all of us? And I think we are in an audience that we don't have to convince ourselves that studying human capital is important. But then I thought, okay, how has the landscape changed in the last 10 years, right? In terms of the link between a strategy and human capital. And I was taking a look at the publications, and I was actually starting to do the usual search on strategic human capital and see. And then I came across with this, which is from SMS, right? SMJ Journal. Congratulations to authors who have been most cited in the last 2 years. And much to my surprise, or maybe not, right? So I'm seeing the faces of some of the authors of this paper over here. Paper number 1 was this paper that really is about strategic human capital. So I thought, okay, maybe this is because I'm just looking at ourselves. But then I went to the journal on strategic entrepreneurship journal. And, again, the first paper that appears over there is about human capital. So it's not only us thinking that this is important, but this seems to get reflected also, in the number of publications that we are seeing in the journals that we read and that we care about. So I'm not going to talk more. I'm going to pass the words to the incoming chairperson, Matthew Bidwell. So Matthew, all yours.
Okay, apparently I need to have some words. So I guess heterogeneity, rent, those can be my words for the day. It's kind of an upmarket version of Sesame Street. I keep it short. Very pleased to see you all. I guess I am the incoming chair. I think I've been coming on and off to SMS since the very beginnings of this interest group. Russ can correct me. I remember going through Rome SMS. Is that the first of our human capital interest group? It was. So I've been involved for a very long time. And it's been a pleasure to be able to give back a little bit. So it's very important community, at least to me. Very excited to be involved. Those are my words. Shall we talk about the upcoming SMS conference?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I can talk through the program a bit. So to be honest, I don't know exactly how this compares to previous years. We had 76 proposals submitted. I know that was, I think, about 15 more than the prior year, but I guess we often get more proposals for North American conferences. So I don't know what the trend overall looked like, but I think compared to other interest groups, that looked like a fairly healthy number. Compared to some conferences, I think we are pretty selective. So we get a diktat from the office telling us exactly how many proposals we're allowed to accept. So we could accept 54%, and it was not an easy decision. So I keep telling people, if your proposal got accepted, it was a very easy decision. But if your proposal got rejected, then it was a very hard decision. But it was, there were there were not bad proposals, I thought. And so it was tricky, but with the help of the wonderful reviewers, we basically managed to pull out those that seemed to be most appealing to a range of people. I think we had 3 reviewers for every proposal pretty much. So that kind of really helped us make decisions. So we ended up with 6 paper sessions, 3 common ground sessions. We also have 3 organized sessions on the Sunday kind of panels and so on. So I think the next slide just says something that's really important. Probably have raised the font size a little bit, but thank you, reviewers. You did all the work. So which also means if your paper was rejected, blame the reviewers. But if your paper was accepted, thank the reviewers. And I'm certainly very grateful to all of the reviewers because we couldn't do it without them. People were very gracious about accepting our invitations, getting the reviews done on time. It was amazing. So thank you. Next slide. So we organized I organized the accepted papers into various different sessions. It gives you some sense of kind of the topics that we're interested in at the moment. So, I guess the first 3 are very much core kind of long-term strategic human capital questions around how human capital contributes to organizational performance. Lots of papers looking at that in various different ways. A paper on frictions, something that we are perennially interested in. Got a panel that's really on top managers, a set of strategic human capital that tends to be, we think, particularly pivotal in the organization. And I think reflecting recent trends, we have 2 paper sessions that are around diversity. So one on gender equality, and I was very pleased that we I think ethnic diversity has hugely grown as a topic of interest over the last few years. And so we have a panel on that as well. Common ground sessions, again, reflect this. So we have a paper on common ground session on mobility. We have a common ground session on the new forefront in human capital research. I have no idea what links these papers, but they all seem interesting. And another common ground session on research and diversity. I think those are all going, like I say, I was very impressed by the proposals. I think those are going to be interesting sessions. I do hope you'll be able to attend as many as possible at the conference. In addition to those, we have 3 Sunday sessions, which Martin, who unfortunately can't be here today, was pivotal in organizing. Again, bringing together highly impactful scholars to discuss some of the main things that are going on. So broad discussions on human capital and organizations in a rapidly changing world, chaired by Christiana Boda, will be our first session. Second one is on strategic human capital and technology, the role and consequences of AI, something we've probably been talking about for about 5 or 6 years now, but has clearly taken on increased prominence over the last few months. So I think that will be something of a lot of interest to many people. And the third session, again, continue a conversation that I feel we've been having for a number of years about these social impact issues and how they interact with some of the broader concerns that we have about human capital and competitiveness. So again, a wonderful array of scholars: Rashmi Agrawal, Marta Elvira, Anita McGann, Lamar Pierce, and Jasjit Singh, being chaired by Tomasz Teodorovich. So I think that also will be a fascinating panel, and I hope also we'll get a little bit of disagreement potentially on that panel, which will make things even more fun. So I'm very much looking forward to those, and I hope many of you will be able to make them too.
Okay, thank you so much, Matthew. So now Federica is the incoming engagement officer, right? So she's gonna give us a little bit of update of what the initiatives have been during this year and what they are gonna be. Federica, thank you so much, because just for you to know, I told Federica, please do this. So yesterday, so thanks for the last minute agreeing to do this. So maybe before Federica, as Matthew was saying, we have wonderful representatives at large, right? And I think they do most of the hard work over here. So we also wanted to acknowledge them and our appointees. So Laureen has been wonderful as an information resource chair. So thank you so much, Laureen, also. And now, Federica, the floor is yours. I'll shut up.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Federica De Stefano. I'm an assistant professor at HEC Paris, and I'm the incoming engagement officer, which basically means that I'm running the mentoring programs for our interest groups. And in the next slide, I just want to give you a little bit of a summary of where we are right now in terms of the program. So first of all, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Ulia Tolman, who is the outgoing officer and who is really the mastermind behind these programs. So she has invented the programs, run the programs. I'm really just trying not to mess up all the amazing work she has done so far. So thank you to her. The fourth year is complete. The mentoring programs have two components. One component is the pre-tenure junior faculty program, in which pre-tenure faculty are mentored by senior scholars. And then we have a doctoral mentoring program in which doctoral students are mentored by assistant professors. So the doctoral program is still ongoing, as they kicked off in March, while we have officially concluded the pre-tenure faculty one, and we are ready to start the new edition. With these two programs, we have also created a Braubeck series that has been run by myself, Buki, Enrico, and Victoria Shevchenko, who are also rep and large. So you saw some of them are rep at large, and you saw their pictures and before. And this has been really an opportunity for junior faculty to share their work with each other and to get the feedback from some of the senior faculty that are also in this virtual room. So thanks to all for your support and your insightful feedback. So very quickly, in terms of what we are going to do next in terms of our program. So also thanks to all the mentors. That's super important. These programs would not be able to run without all the mentors. Both for the pre-tenure program and for the doctoral program, we really have an amazing number of people who are so generous with their advice and time. So thank you so much. And if you want to be a mentor, please let me know. We are always looking for mentors. So where we are now for the pre-tenure program, we have 26 mentees as we did last year. So the program is stable in size. We plan to have a program kickoff in early October. We are going to have 4 calls during the year and 2 topic calls in December and April. Please come back to the program. Please sign up as mentors. Please let me know if you want to be one of our distinguished guest speakers. All your contributions are going to be super, super valuable to all the juniors in our interest group. And with that, I think this is what I had on this program. I also got a task to talk about the Braubeck series attached to the program. This is a really a Braubeck. We usually manage to have 4 or 5 brown bags. In each brown bag, we have 2 junior scholars able to present. Last year, we started kind of mid of the year. We had 6 presentations. This year, we hope to start a little earlier and have more and more presentations. And we usually reserve this space to the mentees of the program. So if you are a mentee and you want to present, please look out for the link I'm going to send to sign up for this events and for this series. And if you are a mentor interested in joining, we are always happy to have your comments and your participations. And again, any question, any feedback, any thoughts on how we can be more engaging as an interest group with these programs or outside of those programs, please let us know, because these are great inclusion channels, because they don't require people to go to the conference. Everything is virtual. And so they are very important for us as a group, I think.
Thank you, Federica. So, Matthew, you want to say the papers that are nominated for awards?
Sure. So, as probably many of you are familiar with, as part of the review process for the conference, reviewers are also asked whether they think papers should be nominated for awards. We took those nominations and we kind of went through all of the papers. And so these were the papers that were nominated. So should I read them out? Why not? The Added Value of Women in the Board by Elena Lizanova and Denisa Mindruta. Paper on Job Mobility, Stigma and the Sticky Job Penalty by Tunda Cherpes, Kylie Huang and Elena Metana. Paper on the Malleability of Expertise, the Influence of Peers' Work Styles on Expert Behavior by Carlos Inui, and Gillian Chown. We had a paper on top managers' social work experience and refugee wages by Vera Rocha, Grazia Santangelo, and Wolfgang Sofka. One on the effects of non-compete agreement on employee mobility, knowledge, and entrepreneurial choice by Haifeng Wang. We have a paper on individual level origins of firm level human capital resources by Ryan Cooper, Timothy Gubler, and DK. Managerial change and unit performance by Hye-Suk Chung. Individual mobility and firm reallocation, scientists and engineers during Japan's industrialization by Shotaro Yamaguchi. Oscar Voters So White, Spillover Effects of an Evaluator's Diversity Intervention by Daphne Baldassari. And Does Employee Ownership Help or Hinder Firm Risk-Taking as Environmental Uncertainty Increases Any Gambetta? So all of those nominees were invited to submit a full paper for us to evaluate. As Deepak said, congratulations to everybody who was nominated. So the awards committee, as it were, was, in addition to me, were Buki Akinsami Oyedeji and Victoria Sevchenko. So we went through them. We managed to receive pretty strong consensus. So the two awards that we will be presenting are the Best Overall Paper Award and the Best Indisciplinary Paper Award. I'm sure you're all on tenterhooks to know who the winners are, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer because we will announce the winners at the social event at SMS. So we're looking forward to, actually, it'll probably be in Toronto. If we're in London, we're in the wrong place. Yep, looking forward to doing that.
Although if you want to go to London, maybe, who knows, you hear about your place over there. There are some things that I wanted to say that I think are important. So one is about the social meeting that will take place during SMS at Toronto. So as last year, what SMS program is planning to do is to have like a common social meeting, but then we will have our own reserved space where all the awards will be given. And what we're thinking is that right after the social meeting in the location, in the hotel at Toronto, we will go together to a bar. We're trying to finalize the details. We have a little bit of budget, not much, considering the price of beers and drinks these days, but whatever we have as budget, so we will try to actually, spend it in the bar. So I think probably the first 10 people to arrive will have something for free, the rest will have to pay for it. So I guess just be quick at finding out where the bar is and arriving there. So that's something that the details, maybe one thing we can do is to post it in the member cycle where we will be going, right, Lauren? Thank you. And then we will also be saying it over there, but be tuned for that. So this is because otherwise the social meeting, it remains kind of like very short. So whoever wants to extend, we can go to the bar together. More things, and DK, since you are here, maybe you want to talk about this wonderful conference that you are co-organizing, or if you think I am free riding and cold calling on you in an unfair way, I can also talk about that. But I think given that you are here.
No, I'm happy to take a second. Thanks for giving me a moment. We're with Rick Smith and Huli Wong and Jonathan Doe. We've been working to co-organize this SMS mini conference, and it's really exciting. I think all the necessary information is on the screen here, and there will be a call for papers that comes out really quickly. You're probably aligned with our conference in Toronto here. But this is really the brainchild of Rick Smith, who is at Johns Hopkins and has been really excited about trying to incorporate the sustainable human capital or the sustainable human development goals from the UN. And so we're putting together a fascinating conference. Johns Hopkins has a really nice, beautiful new facility that's right next to the Capitol Mall in Washington, D.C., and they've decided to host there. So we've got a fantastic location with great facilities, and really trying to understand, bring people together to talk about these UN Sustainable Development Goals as they relate to human development and human capital issues. And so obviously very, very appropriate for our interest group. Those of us who are organizing it have a lot of affection for human capital. And so we're very biased towards human capital in the way that we're thinking about organizing the conference. And so we hope it's a nice place for our community to come together around some important discussions and support important issues. So please submit papers. We'd love to have you come and join us at the conference. Thanks for giving me a minute, Rocio.
No, thank you. Thank you. That sounds super interesting. Thank you so much. Wait, let me see where I can pass. So also I got an email from Sinjay, who is writing the newsletter. You know, she was like, how can we actually make sure that whoever wants to share news? So I said, well, given that tomorrow we have the business meeting, I will mention this in the business meeting if you have any news to share, right? So I don't know, a new book that you have written and is coming, and or anything that you think would be interesting for the group to know, and you would like to see that included in the newsletter, please write to Sinjay1 as soon as possible. So the email is over there. But then, of course, we have the member circle, and you know, if you are late for the newsletter and throughout the year you want to put something, you know, you can do it yourself, or you can also write to Loreen, and Loreen can help you doing that, right? I think I don't have much more to say. This time I wrote it correct. See you in Toronto very soon, maybe also in London. I just want to say that this has been a fantastic 3-year term for me. So when I accepted to be, you know, nominated for this position, I'm like, let's see how, you know, what it involves. But it has been a fantastic opportunity to meet, you know, not all of you who are here, right? But also many other people and get engaged in all these activities. I think this is super fascinating, and I think I mean, at least on my sense, right, I can see that since the moment I graduated, which was already several years ago, strategic human capital has got another flavor in the strategy community. So this is something that I think as a group, we can all be proud of. So this is on my side. Thank you very much. I don't know, now we have the room open for Q&A. If you have any questions or anything that you want to share, we have plenty of space in the cloud of SMS, so we can talk. So that's, nothing is too early in the morning for you. Probably. Okay, so then I think this is it. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Federica. Thank you, Loreen. Also, right, because although I didn't give you the chance to talk, thanks for all the work that you have been doing at the member cycle, and I hope to see you all very soon in Toronto then. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.